with the Lakers and the Rockets. Now, of course, you see the numbers. Lakers, a terrific season, offensively, struggled defensively, led by Luka Doncic, LeBron James, and Austin Reaves. The Rockets getting the 5th seed, up and down for them, but finished top 8 in both offense and defense as the 5th seed. But of course, the big thing with this series, no Luka Doncic, no Austin Reaves to begin things for the Lakers after both suffering injuries a couple weeks ago in Oklahoma City here. So going to be a very tough job here for the Lakers without their 2 leading scorers. But Joey, the NBA blessed them with an incredibly faithful schedule, with them having game 1 on Saturday night, game 2 not until Tuesday, and game 3 not until Friday. So by the time game 3 comes around, that's 3 weeks in between that Thunder game where those guys got injured and a chance for them to return here. So what are you going to be looking for in this series, Joey?
I didn't even realize it's that bad. Oh my gosh. They're really just – they can't have a playoffs if the Lakers don't have all their stars healthy. Like, Adam Silver is foaming at the mouth with how it ended up this way. But he's doing everything he can to make sure it's right by his precious LA team. But it's going to be a tough battle for this Lakers team. My goodness. They can do it. I'm not discounting that because you have LeBron James, and if you do happen to get Luka, I don't think A. Reaves will make it no matter what. But if you happen to get Luka by game 3 or 4 or something like that, you have a really good chance. But I don't know. I think this Rockets team is too good. I'm very critical of their offense, but luckily the Lakers are a terrible defensive team. Maybe that's better with Luka out, but who knows? It might be. So that could be a way for them to win. The Lakers really need to muck it up. But the Rockets, man, Kevin Durant is unstoppable at times. If Sengun is going, that's a real advantage there. If some of their other guys are going, like if Eason gets going, or Smith, or Shepard, or even Thompson, if he gets a couple steals or blocks and then gets a couple easy fast break points, it might be toast. Like those guys, Thompson can get going really quick. A couple threes for Reed and it's over. Those guys are real hot and cold, but when they get hot, it makes a huge difference.
Yeah, Ben, of course, tough task for the Lakers here. Sure, we all got the Rockets here winning the series, but of course, there is always that, possibility that the Lakers could get, some of those guys back later in the series here. But there's no question that if they're going to have a chance in this series, they need to win one of the first 2 home games in LA to have a chance in this series. So, Ben, how do the Lakers get one of these first 2 games in LA?
Well, they're going to have to at least be close in the game, and the Browns going to have to, try to, carry the team sometimes and have a big scoring outing. But really, in the series, it's really going to come down to how these role players step up for the Lakers to see if they can help give them any chance. Like Luke Kennard and Reaves going to have to step up with a good scoring potentially. But a big difference I noticed in one specific category with these teams going into this game, you guys might know it, but it's rebounding. The Rockets, I saw, were first in team rebounding in the league, while the Lakers were towards the bottom of the league, which that's going to be tough on the Lakers with Eden, Hayes, and the Rockets front court being bigger than them. But I've heard the Lakers are really preaching the rebounding. That's what they're really working on in practice. So I'll be interested to see if that can work at all in the game. But that's going to be a big, tall task for them. And that's a big advantage on why I think the Rockets could do well in this series.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be something huge here. The Lakers, they're going to need a throwback series from LeBron. I mean, the game plan for them offensively is just LeBron, on a floor spaced with a bunch of other shooters, getting to the basket, getting to the free throw line, and getting it to his shooters to try to knock down shot. That's going to be their chance in this series, is those other guys having the series of their life in this series, because they're going to need to have that, or maybe not just a series, but some of these guys need to have some big games in this series to have a chance here. But we know, Joey, that the Rockets are not a perfect team here. They have struggled in fourth quarters and in clutch situations, but this is an incredible opportunity for them to get a playoff series win for the first time with this group together. So, Joey, how do the Rockets make sure that they don't let go of this opportunity?
They got to stay composed. They even though, it was great for them to be the 2 seed. Even though it's most of the same team, your real veteran here is Kevin Durant, and he's going to lead you, and he needs to lead you. He needs to lead. Like, these guys, like we've seen all year, with, like you mentioned, the clutch time, it's gotten rough. He's the only one they go to. He's the only, nobody else. I've seen a bunch of games sporadically throughout the year. A lot of the games, when it comes down to clutch time, the only one who's like willing to shoot, who wants to shoot, is Kevin Durant. They're going to need to go to somebody else, because eventually I would think JJ Redick and the Lakers are smart enough to, hey, clutch time, double, triple team Kevin Durant, because that's their only offense down in the stretch. That's the only guy they look for. But
listen, if the Rockets' best players play to their capabilities, this isn't going to be close. This is not going to be close. Şengün, DeAndre Ayton needs to have a good series on both ends against Alperen Şengün. Amen Thompson, depending on who he defends, like if he might be the one guarding LeBron James. Maybe they go with Jabari Smith. If that's the case, and Amen Thompson is guarding Marcus Smart or Luke Kennard, then he needs to just completely obliterate that matchup, because if that happens and it's only LeBron, and LeBron is the only player that can handle the basketball comfortably against this athletic Rockets defense, they're not going to have a chance in this series, if those guys can't come back. So let's get into our predictions here, and makes sense with all the injuries. All of us going with the wait a minute, Nick.
What?
Nick.
This is interesting. Okay, this.
Where are you?
Yep.
Wake up.
Yeah, Nick going with the Lakers in 7. Have to imagine that he believes that the Lakers guys are going to be back by, the middle of the series.
If they do, I fully get why he picked them. Like I said, if they win one of those first 2 games and Luka comes back in game 3 or 4, Nick's prediction is a very realistic possibility. Unfortunately, I just don't see the Lakers doing that.
Yeah, to me, honestly, even if those guys come back now, again, I have the Rockets in 6, Joey in 5, Ben back-to-back sweeps here, going with the Rockets in 4. I even think that if they were to get Luka or Reaves back, that's still an incredibly tough situation for those guys to come back in the middle of a series, having missed 3 weeks, having to come back into most likely a do-or-die playoff scenario where they're probably either down 2-1 or down 3-1 or down 3-0, down 2-0, like in a tough atmosphere there. Even if they come back, I think it'll be tough for them to overcome it, but I do give them credit because they do have the pieces that could go off, and I would think that LeBron has a couple games in him. Will it be enough? We'll see. But overall, again, the Rockets, if their best players play to their capabilities, it should end, just like Ben and Joey say, right in 4 or 5 games, quick as heck, and over just like that. But if they allow the Lakers to hang around a little bit, then Lakers may not be over for them.
Yeah, I need to see DeAndre Ayton outperform Clint Capella after the comments he made earlier this year, and now you have a 7-game series about it. If you don't, and Clint Capella outperforms you, You are never going to live that down, and good luck finding a basketball job in the NBA next year.
That is a great point. I completely forgot about that whole thing. That's incredible. So yeah, Lakers Rockets 4-5. We'll see. It comes down to if the Lakers guys can come back and be healthy, but the Rockets, a golden opportunity here to win a playoff series.